Good evening and welcome to Sunset News on this Thursday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Aina Kweo. In the news tonight, Kavango West Councillor Joseph Sikongo expressed concerns over lack of knowledgeable employees as well as the lack of resources such as transportation for employees of the Ministry of Environment, Tourism and Forestry. Now, Sikongo made these remarks at the opening of the National Conference on Human-Wildlife Conflict Management in Windhoek. Let's have a look.
We are advocating is that we do not want people to work in the ministry if they really don't know how things happen. They must, or what to do. And also what I also want to tell is that at the region community minister, community ED, our staff members there do not have transports. For Kahenge office, they only have one Land Cruiser. And if these Land Cruisers are at the garage, then even if you call them, they won't travel. They ask Rundu, Rundu will say, we also have few transport. I think transport is the most thing that the ministry need to procure. For us really, if our staff member are to be seen running. Otherwise, this is just to say we came so that we can add value to these discussions and we change these policies. As Fidel Castro have a statement to say, the most important thing is to solve the people's problem, not only wildlife. Bible says this wildlife were created. It's the human being who have to control them, but not wildlife to control us. Because they are not the one who created us. But we were created in the image of God, but not wildlife. Thank you.
On the occasion of Employee Wellness Indaba Conference organized by Eureka Psychological Services, Deputy Minister of Health and Social Services Esther Muyanwe reminded organizations that as much as they want to make a profit, it is equally important to educate and incentivize employees to live healthier. By doing so, it can benefit your business in a multitude of ways. Healthier employees have fewer sick days, increased absenteeism, and are more productive than the less healthy counterparts. Let's have a look.
But while most leaders think of themselves as caring leaders, not all of them demonstrate that care in consistent ways. Your employees will judge you by your actions, not by your intentions. Leaders have the power to change the lives of those they lead. They should not just want to care. They should also see caring as imperative for the success of their employees as well as of the organizations. Leaders are results-oriented, hence they have a very huge responsibility to foster a climate of accountability, responsibility, creativity, and change. Director of Proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, research indicates that organizations that choose to make well-being at workplace a priority outperform their competitors. Organizations that support their staff to feel psychologically and socially safe have more capacity, creativity, and perform at a
Ambassador of the United States to Namibia, Randy Berry, said he is satisfied with the health programs that his country has in conjunction with Namibia. Berry, who was on a two-day visit to the north, said he wants to strengthen the partnership between the two governments and execute programs to help people at the grassroots levels. Let's have a look.
I've been very, very fortunate to have the opportunity to visit the North for the first time as U.S. Ambassador here with my senior leadership team that administer all of our health and development programs. It's been very, very important because I've had the opportunity over the last couple of days and a couple of more to come to just take a look at the beneficiaries and see how these programs are being received and supported at the grassroots level. So I've had the opportunity to meet some really amazing young women today who have benefited from the DREAMS program. And the really encouraging thing that I see is these are young women who now have the tools to basically be in charge of their own lives, so they can produce their own income. They are at less risk now from negative health outcomes, and they've really taken that seed of knowledge and an opportunity that the program has provided and done so much more with it. So I'm enormously happy to see just how successful these engagements have been. And I'm looking forward to having the more opportunity to, over the next couple of days, to see health delivery at the point of service, so out in some of the most remote locations, so that we can get better in our partnerships with the government, in our execution of the programs that really are designed to help people at the grassroots level. I don't know the answer to that, but like with ART therapy, obviously you need to be having a healthy diet and having food to take with your medicines. Is it the same with PrEP?
Yeah, yes, but these are like negative people. The assumption is that they are healthy.
Yeah.
In general. Yeah, but a good diet is always recommended.
I guess what I'm asking also is are the girls that you're seeing who are at risk also at risk for food insecurity? Like, do they get enough? Do they have enough access to food or be able to afford?
Oh, there's just like that. Some there are no, some there are. The majority they used to say no. Because the person who joins that PrEP is obviously that person is in the safe space again, that's a risk of not having enough.
Okahanja resident Sophia Doses speaks on the status quo of how Red Force's employment by the municipalities have caused so much strife. Let's have a look.
Name is Sophia Doses. Ik is hier in Okahanja geboren. Hier groot geworden, hier school gegaan. Ik is ontevreden met municipaliteit. Municipaliteit heeft voor ons onze rekenings Red Force gegee. En Red Force gaan maak onze water toe. Ons zoek pre-meters, die pre-meters is ook toegemaakt. Ons wil dat Red Force uitgaan, hierdie CEO moet uitgaan wat Red Force hier gebring het. Ons soek nie CEO hierso nie en die kanselaars soek ons ook nie. Die Red Force, ons soek ook nie die Red Force nie. Want hulle sit hierso met korrupsie hierso in hierdie munisipaliteit. Hulle gaan maak ou mense se water toe. Kyk hoe sit ou mense sonder water. Waar moet ons sonder water lewe? Ons kan nie sonder water lewe nie. Asseblief laat hierdie CEO plan maak en ons water gaan toe oopmaak en pre-meters vir ons insit en die skelte van ou mense moet afgeskryf word. Nie net ou mense nie, die hele mense se skelte moet afgeskryf word. Want die kinders werk nie, ons is ontevrede. Terwyl onze kinders werk soek, het munisipaliteit Red Force gebring en Red Force het kom gewerk hierso en Red Force kom maak onze water toe. Red Force gaan in onze jarte in, gaan sny die pype stekken, dan dreig hulle vir ons. Hulle sal onze huise afvat. Oor die skelte sal hulle onze huise afvat. Die ministerie het gesê, oor die skeld mag jy nie iemand se ding vat nie. Nou is dit net onze huise wat moet oor die skeld afgevat word. Ons soek nie hierdie Red Force en munisipaliteit nie. Laat hulle uitgaan. En hulle moet onze rekening skoon afskryf. Hulle moet afskryf.
Community leaders concluded a meeting with Okahanja CEO Alphonse Chitombo in council chambers. The leaders had been urging Chitombo to address the concerns of residents who have been protesting for several hours against Red Force debt management. The CEO has, however, reportedly announced that he will not address the protesters. Community leader Bersaford Steenkamp has said. Let's have a look at what she said.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Beres Steenkamp, and I'm one of the community leaders in Vredesdal. So what happened is that we went for the meeting to see the CEO in a council or around the table for a full meeting. We were 5 leaders that were chosen to sit with the CEO. So the outcome of the meeting is that apparently there will be a meeting held next week Thursday, next week Tuesday, whereby the full council of Okahanja will sit and whereby they will discuss all the petitions that was handed from February up to now. We asked the CEO, would you please come and explain to the residents of Okahanja what is going to happen, what's going to happen afterwards. So he told us there's no way that he can come out and talk to the residents of Okahanja. He told us that he don't have the mandate or the capacity to come and tell the people what is going to happen next week Tuesday. So which means we are still in the dark. We don't know what's going to happen after Thursday. So thank you very much.
Our sincerest apologies to Master Steenkamp. Now in our community talk segment, Erongo Talk visited the Hentis Bay Family Care Center where a special project is being conducted. We'll be right back shortly with more.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
In community talk this evening, Erongo Talk visited the Hentis Bay Family Care Center where a special community upliftment skill project is being conducted. Let's have a look. After the break, we bring you story of the day.
Hello and welcome to today's Sports Rep Show.
I am your host, Jesse Jackson Kauraifa. In replay, Namibia, who had won the toss for the first time on this tour.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news, both on the WTA for women's and
Okahanja CEO Alphonse Chitombo has made his way out of his office to receive the disgruntled residents' 6th municipal petition. Let's have a look.
The petition, it was brought to the attention of the council. The council did sign a round robin that they will only respond to the petition once they attend to it. And 5 members of the council did sign. The round robin resolution that the Honorable Councillor will not be able to have audience with your community group on the Thursday, 11th May. Then they signed, the Honorable Kaunapawa, the Mayor signed, Honorable Karisep, the Chairperson of the Management Committee signed, Honorable Katuo signed, Honorable Natasha Brengman signed, Honorable Cheryl Kotie signed that they will only engage after they attend to the petition. And this response, the response letter was given to a gentleman by Pietres Campaco. That was on the 9th. However, we were informed that there will be. Let us just listen what I have to say.
In economic news after the break, the overall annual inflation in April decreased to 6.1% from 7.2% in March. We'll be right back.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
Overall annual inflation in April decreased to 6.1% from 7.2% in March, the lowest since January 2022, according to the Namibia Statistic Agency. The major contributors to an annual inflation rate for April 2023 were food and non-alcoholic beverages, 2.5 percentage points, alcoholic beverages and tobacco 0.9 percentage points, housing, water, electricity, gas and other fuels 0.7 percentage points, and transport 0.6 percentage points, while all other division contributions stood at 1.5 percentage points. Now let's take a look at our economic indicators. The Namibian dollar trades at 19 Namibian dollars 16 cents to the US and 20 Namibian dollars 89 cents to the euro. It trades at 23 Namibian dollars 97 cents to the pound and 2 Namibian dollars 72 cents buys you 1 Chinese yuan. Zinc is down by 1.72%, while Brent crude oil is down by 1.04%, trading at $75.68 per barrel. In our international news slot, the Turkish candidate dramatically pulls out before the election. We'll be right back. We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend.
Yes.
Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country. In international news tonight, 3 days before Turkey's tightest presidential vote in years, one of the four candidates, Maroon Ince, has pulled out of the race. Now, Ince had been under increasing pressure from splitting the opposition vote when they have their biggest chance yet of removing Recep Tayyip Erdogan from power. I'm withdrawing my candidacy, he told reporters. He cited fake sex pictures as one of the reasons for pulling out. He complained that for 45 days he had been slandered and suffered character assassination, and Turkish authorities had failed to protect his reputation. Coming up after the break, the weather.
To another exciting episode of Oneuptwo. Jullie is die weer en vertel ook vir julle waar die vis julle moontlik gaan byt.
Let's look at the weather predictions for tomorrow. Sunny and hot weather is expected in the north with Enana at 34 degrees and Rakana at 33. A partly sunny weather is expected along the coast with a high of 20 degrees in Falfish Bay and 18 degrees in Henties Bay. Let's take a look at the sports shortly.
E-Ticket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. For more information, contact events@nhcom.na.
Good evening. Let's get into the sports news now. Last night, Inter Milan got the best of AC Milan by winning 2-0, which allows them to have the potential to head into the Champions League final, of course, with one leg remaining. Now, of course, we move over now to rugby. A knee ligament injury last weekend has likely ruled out Windhoek Draft Velvich's vice-captain and fly-half Andre van der Berg for at least the remainder of the Mzansi Challenge campaign. Van der Berg will thus not be in contention for the Velvich's match against the Kenya Simbas in the Hage Geingob Stadium on Saturday. I unfortunately injured a ligament on the outside of my knee shortly after half-time. The medical report so far indicates that I will not need to have an operation, but that I could miss a significant part of the season, having to submit to a rest period before taking on a rehab program and hopefully being able to resume running again in 5 to 6 weeks, Van der Berg told the newspaper yesterday. Now, Namibia made history at the Kana Zone 4 Swimming Championship in Luanda, Angola. The team produced the following achievements: overall champions of the competition, overall most points in the female category, overall most points in the male category, age group 12 and under female Victor Lodrum winner Rosalinda Machkai, age group 13 to 14 male Victor Lodrum winner Lorenzo Esthuizen, age group 15 to 16 male Victor Lodrum winner Oliver Durand, and overall the team was phenomenal. Swimmers brought home 45 gold medals, 36 silver medals, and 36 bronze medals. Those have been your sports stories.
Thank you for watching our show this evening. Here are the highlights. On the occasion of the Employee Wellness Indaba conference organized by Yoroka Psychological Services, Deputy Minister of Health and Social Services, Ms. Esther Mwinyanue, reminded organizations that as much as they want to make a profit, it is equally important to educate and incentivize employees to live healthier. Ambassador of the United States to Namibia, Randy Berry, said he is satisfied with the health programs that his country has in conjunction with Namibia. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, which is called Oneuptwo. Now, Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285, as well as GoTV channel 25 every weekday from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. This has been Sunset News. Please don't end your day without us. Good night.